top 5 hottest sauces. So I'm gonna eat it now, or try to.
There's no way this is working.
At least 3 guys in there.
You start at the bottom of a muddy crater, a bomb blast hole in the middle of no man's land. As you climb to the edge, you hear the rattle of a machine gun and bullets whizzing by your head. A cacophony of languages scream at you to move forward, while you watch your comrades drop dead left and right amid a hail of gunfire. Slowly, you crawl under a tangle of barbed wire, leaping from crater to crater until you are just outside the enemy's trench. You look for a break in the trench wall, take a deep breath, and plunge into the chaos of battle. Welcome to the front, the Western Front of World War I to be precise, and welcome to Verdun. My name's Kabluwe, and this is a Pixel Reboot game review. With its dedication to historic detail and realistic gameplay, Black Mill Games has created in Verdun the best World War I fighting sim on the market. And while the developers have shown interest in improving and updating the game over time, they have done surprisingly little to foster a community of regular players that would make this game an absolute blast to play. This year's Golden Globe winning drama 1917 adeptly captured the carnage, confusion, and utter pointlessness of World War I, which Verdun also successfully translates into a squad-based FPS that is quite immersive, well-balanced, and simple to master. But it wasn't always this way. Verdun debuted in 2015 and was initially very limited, buggy, and poorly promoted. I was there, Gandalf.
I was there 3,000 years ago.
So why are we suddenly talking about a game that's 5 years old? Well, over the ensuing years, Black Mill made many tweaks and improvements to the game's structure, added a host of new weapons and squad types, and most recently AI bots, so that matches feel completely populated when only a few people are actually playing. In particular, the addition of French colonial Senegalese troops gives a much needed, and I should note, historically accurate, diversity to an otherwise lacking genre. Unfortunately, Verdun's developers stopped short of creating a cohesive content and structure that would make this game much easier to get into. New players are left to discover how the game is played simply by playing it, with little more than a brief animated tutorial ahead of their first match. Once they decide which squad type they want to be, say one that directly assaults the enemy lines versus one that typically supports the attack from a distance, players choose one of 4 roles in the squad. Officers assign a beneficial aura where they want their troops to occupy and call in an artillery barrage, gas attack, smoke screen, or recon plane to root out enemies and advance the squad. A rifleman represents the basic grunt and is supposed to offer close support to the officer. Cover me, will you? A specialist gunner, armed with a machine gun, shotgun, sniper rifle, or even a flamethrower, gives the squad its raison d'être by helping it achieve its bloody task. And finally, a close quarters fighter equipped with a host of melee weapons, grenades, and small bombs to choose from is tasked with infiltrating and holding the enemy line, and thus ultimately winning the match. In the basic gameplay, called front lines, teams of 32 players on each side fight to capture a series of trenches. Each trench captured earns the team a point. The team with the most points after 25 minutes wins. Other game modes include a cooperative defense against waves of bots, and a rifles-only deathmatch. Players accrue points towards ranks, unlocking new abilities and stronger powers. Individual ranks add to the squad rank, giving an additional boost to each of the players. Higher ranked squads have tougher looking uniforms. Friends that frequently play together also boost the squad rank, providing an incentive for players to band together. Honestly, at this point, one well-coordinated squad could dominate every match. Hit me up! While the game's namesake battle took place across 1917, Verdun's maps covered the Great War's spectrum, from pristine farmland of the early war with very little cover, to battle-scarred wastelands laced with trenches, obstacles, and corpses. The addition of doughboys and marines also stretches the game's historical dimensions, though Black Mill has done a very good job of maintaining the game's balance. Perhaps the best thing about Verdun, from my perspective, is the total lack of microtransactions. You get what you paid for, an inspired World War I battle simulator. The only real competing game on the market, EA's Battlefield 1, is rife with cosmetic purchases, loot boxes, and premium memberships, in addition to the game's original price. And what you get for that is little more than a costume fantasy stretched across an anachronistic game model, if you ask me. Battlefield 1 doesn't hold a candle to Verdun, but Verdun's greatest strength is perhaps its greatest downfall. Without a consistent stream of revenue, there is little incentive for Blackmill to invest in its progress. Yet even following the 2017 release of Tannenberg, Verdun's Eastern Front counterpart, the developers have shown a commitment to improving the original game. Players can only hope that a newfound interest in World War I, displayed by the favorable reception of 1917, will give a timely boost to this very deserving game. Thanks for watching. My name's Kabluwe, and this has been a Pixel Reboot review. See you later. Whoa! Wow! Talk about catching some air.